The Nords are known to be the toughest of the tough in Tamriel. They are perceived as powerful, golden-haired warriors who brave the frozen tundras of Skyrim without so much as a sigh or complaint. Well, there is one tribe of Nords who splintered off from the rest, isolating themselves in the harshest regions of Solstheim. They may be technically Nords by racial standards, but in every other way they are nothing like their northern kin. The Skaal live a simpler life, more in touch with the world around them, and the key distinctions between this tribe and the rest of the Nords are their unique cultural and religious practices. The entire Skaal tribe is made up of less than 100 people, and while the history of how they became separated from the mainland Nords is unknown, we have evidence of their existence in earlier history, so they've proven themselves a durable bunch. The Skaal believe they've always been on Solstheim, never originating from Skyrim in the first place. They claim that they were put on Solstheim by the Allmaker, their deity and main recipient of worship. The Skaal maintain organization by dividing into certain roles. There is the leader of the Skaal who leads the tribe and its people. Currently in the 4th era, the 201st year, Fenari Strongvoice fills this position. Then they have the first hunter role, which involves leading the hunters of the tribe in their acquisition of game. Wolf Wildblood is the current first hunter. The shaman is the next essential role, and this person is in charge of the spiritual well-being of the tribe, protecting them from arcane dangers and safeguarding the tribe's secrets. Freya is the Skaal's shaman after the death of her father, Storn Cragstrider. We mentioned the Allmaker earlier, and this name is at the center of the Skaal's unique religion. As far as the Skaal are concerned, the god of men and Mer are alien and false. The Allmaker and his rival, the Adversary, are the two higher powers in the Skaal's tribe's pantheon. The Skaal faith is therefore very different from the other well-known faiths in Tamriel, as it is monotheistic. The Allmaker is the source of all life and creation for the Skaal. When a creature dies, its spirit returns to the Allmaker, and then the Allmaker uses its spirit to shape something else, which he then births into Mundus. This kind of reincarnation is essential to their beliefs, as death doesn't function as an ending to their life cycle. Death is just the transition between stages of an endless journey. Their reverence for the Allmaker and all his creations means that the Skaal value life and don't want to destroy their god's work. Therefore, the Skaal try to live in harmony with the land and its inhabitants. This way of life is referred to as oneness with the land. They try to make as small as impact as possible on the world around them, only hunting out of necessity and never for sport. Violence is very much a last resort to the Skaal. It isn't all peace and happiness for them though. The Adversary, the antithesis of the Allmaker, keeps the Skaal on their feet. He is always watching and relishes in the sin of greed. When he isn't tormenting followers of the Allmaker, he is believed to be possessing the greediest member of the Skaal, forcing them to steal away the gifts of the tribe. These gifts are the Allmaker stones scattered around Solstheim. These mystical upright stones work in a similar way to standing stones in Skyrim. One of the Skaal's religious rituals involves going on a pilgrimage to retrieve the blessings of each stone from the Adversary's greedy man. The other practice, known as Ristag, is a ritual hunt undergone in times of great need. The crafting material Stalrim, which was mined by the ancient Nords, is an essential part of Skaal life. Once upon a time it was considered heretical to create weapons and armor from the material, but nowadays the Skaal craft these powerful items in secret. Early in the 3rd century of the 3rd era, though some believe it to have been in the late 2nd era, a group of former Skaal members left the tribe. These members did so in hopes of returning to their Nordic roots. They wanted to live like true Nords, hunting without drawing the ire of the Allmaker and fighting as Nords were born to. Surviving in Solstheim was hard enough without being a pacifist on top of everything else. This faction was led by Hrothmund the Red, who took the former Skaal tribesmen and women to the Thirsk Mead Hall. This settlement just south of Lake Fjölding became their headquarters. Hrothmund was chosen to be the leader after proving himself the strongest in a duel. When he lopped the head off his foe with his battle axe, he displayed the axe for all to see on a pedestal within the hall. From that day onward, it became the rule that whoever could place the greatest trophy on the pedestal would win the right to become chieftain. The Skaal tribe legends tell of a time when the world was ruled by dragons. During this time, men were slaves, forced to build temples in their honor. In charge of the slaves were the dragon priests, who were given inhuman abilities like the thumb in exchange for their loyalty and devotion to the dragons. One priest, known as the traitor to the Skaal, was seduced by Hermamora, which was the Skaal's name for the Daedric prince Hermaeus Mora. Another priest, known only as the Guardian, bested the traitor in battle. The intensity of the battle sundered the land of Solstheim from the mainland of Skyrim, but before the traitor was killed, he was transported by Hermamora to the realm of Apocrypha. thanks to the Dragonborn DLC, we now know that this legend holds at least some truth, as the traitor is revealed to the Dragonborn as the mighty dragon priest Mirak, and the Guardian's real name was Valok the Jailer. Another of the Skaal's legends was the story which led to the creation of the Allmaker's Stone Pilgrimage. The tale tells of Skaal members becoming complacent and not showing proper thanks to the Allmaker. The adversary, who was embodied as the greedy man among the tribe's ranks, stole their tribe's powers. The greedy man announced to the weakened warriors, hunters and shamans that they would have to reclaim their gifts on a perilous mission. And so, when all the others were too craven, a young man named Avar volunteered to retrieve the blessings of the stones. The Allmaker was pleased and promised that the greedy man would not bother him anymore or his people for the many years to come. Subscribe to FudgeMuppet if you're new to the channel and want more Elder Scrolls lore, and give the video a like if you enjoyed it. In the description below you can find links to all of our social media accounts, so give us a follow if you want to get in touch with us. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I've been xherma_mora69x, and I'll see you next time.